So now I'd like to talk a little bit about social media. Now, social media is a bit of a double-edged sword. It can work for you, but it can also work against you. Now, I know that a lot of us are on Facebook, we have our Twitter, we have our Instagram, and we want to use that to its maximum potential. Now, I'm all for it. As I said, I'm on those things, but it's only to a certain extent. Now, I use it as an aid to working with my agencies. So I have my agencies listed on there, and that being said, you want to make sure that you conduct yourself in such a way that it's not going to look negatively on your agency if you have them listed on your social media. You want to make sure that you're keeping up those appearances of working. It's important that you show when you booked a job, you want to be able to say, okay, I'm booking, I'm working, I'm a working model. And that creates sort of this ongoing cycle there where other people, other brands, other clients are going to look and they're going to say, wow, this person booked this. Well, I want to book them too. And oh, look at them working. Well, gosh, I'm going to book them too, because obviously if they're booking this brand, they must be good. They must know what they're doing. I'm going to reach out to this agency. Oh, I really like her look. I'm going to reach out to their agency. It can be very helpful, but at the same time, if you don't have an agent and you're on social media thinking, I'm going to get some jobs because I'm cute and I'm going to post some pictures on Instagram and I'm going to book some clients, it can be a little scary. Like we talked about with the agencies, if you don't have an agency and you're booking clients direct, you don't know who you're booking with, you don't know exactly what kind of contract you could be entering into, you could be signing your image away for forever. You don't know that, to be used for very little money and not necessarily in the brightest of contexts. So you want to make sure that you are always very wary of who you're working with, of what you're showing out there on social media. Because like I said, it can work for or against you. So here's a really great way to use Instagram to sort of help boost your profile as a model. Now, whenever you have a job, it's a really great idea if you want to take your behind the scenes pictures, you want to have someone take them for you while you're working, if it's possible. They have what we call Instagram story now. So you can post anything from the last 24 hours and it will be on there for 24 hours. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but if you take a picture and then you screenshot it on the day you want to post it, it comes up as a photo within your last 24 hours. So you can always sort of manipulate things to look like you're busy, look like you're working. So when you have your behind the scenes pictures, you can say behind the scenes working such and such, if it's allowed. Now that's another thing, you always have to get the okay from the client that you're working with to make sure that it's all right for you to post or for you to use to tag their business or to say what it is exactly that you're doing. Because they might be like, sure, you can post a picture, but you can't say what it is that you're working on. And that's okay, so long as you can get, a little something, or you can get something when you're walking in saying, working today, or this, that, or the other, just so that you look like you're busy. Now you can sort of draw this out over a long period of time. So you can use those pictures. Say you booked one job one day and then you don't work the rest of the week. Well, the images and the behind the scenes and whatever you get from that job, you can spread out all throughout the week. So now it looks like you're working consistently, which kind of makes you look, a little more profitable. Like people want to book you. Like, wow, she's working consistently. I'm going to book her too. Obviously, people like to work with her. It's all this sort of manipulation that people use for social media. It's kind of the same deal when you only want to post pictures of yourself in your best light. You don't want to post selfies where you look crazy, or you don't want to post, that you're going through a difficult time, or you had this happen, or you only really want to post the happiest moments and the things that are going to put you in the best light. Well, that's the same thing with work. You want to make sure that you're always posting things that are going to make you look like you are working, like you're bookable, like you are in demand, like you're desirable, like you're the hot one to work with right now. And all of these things in social media can really help you get there. So another excellent point as to why you should be using an agency is that at the end of the day, even if your negotiation skills are top dog, what are you going to do if a client goes out and uses your image even after the terms of your contract are up? Are you going to afford to be able to hire that attorney to sue that company? I mean, this is why we have agencies in place. This is why we have those watchdogs out there for us, because they will go ahead and sue that client. They will go ahead and renegotiate terms for you. They will go ahead and make sure that you are getting exactly what it is that you're supposed to get come time for your contract to expire. That way, nothing gets by you and you're not left holding on to nothing. So another great reason to have an agency on your side is that at the end of the day, when your contract's expired and if said client is still using your image and reusing without paying you, are you going to pay the $250 an hour for your attorney to sue them? Your agency will, and you want to make sure that you have someone on your side so that at the end of your contract term, if the client wants to continue to use your image, to continue to use your video, that they will renegotiate that contract going forward. And if this client says no and refuses any kind of negotiation and continues to use your image, your agency will go to bat for you. Your agency will hire that attorney. Your agency will make sure that there is recourse, because if you don't have an agency, you have none. You are going to have to pay out of pocket to make sure that that doesn't happen.